Okay, so today what I'm going to do is show you guys how to make a Elmo Cake Pop. I might do a whole series of the Sesame Street. I'm not sure yet because I've already shown you how to do Hello Kitty. Faith, can you hand me the kiss? And then I'm talking to Faith, my daughter. So I made these lips today. That's just a hand molded for myself. I can put that one back, and then Grace, will you hand me the spool? And then I also made a spool of thread, which is right here, which I think these are kind of cute for people that do, you know, quilting and stuff like that. They might like those. And then I'm finishing up an Angry Bird. You don't have to show that one, Faith. And another Hello Kitty because I'm going to be on our local station. I'm turned this way today because the lighting is a little bit better. Okay, so the finished Sesame Street. So Faith, can I have the finished? This is the Elmo, the finished Elmo. I always turn it the wrong way. If you can kind of see him. So it's not too hard to do. It's basically a regular cake pop that you just dip into your chocolate, and then you kind of make it a little bit funky. And I used fondant for the face. I've seen on like Bakerella, somebody used like the chocolate wafer for the mouth, and they like dented it in and everything, but I still think this looks cute. It's not showing up on the screen as really as red as what it is in person, but you get the idea. Okay, so first things first, what you're gonna need if you're gonna do this in fondant, you're just gonna need like, if you're, I mean, you're gonna do more than just one, so you'll need more fondant than this, but you basically just want to take a small piece of fondant and make like an eyeball. So just make a round little ball, and you can set that on a piece of foam, like a Wilton piece of foam, and that can kind of dry out while you're doing your dipping and stuff like that. So I already have two eyes, and then I took a little bit of fondant, a little bit more than what you make for the eyeballs, and I made a little round nose. And you roll it just like you do to make a ball, and then you just kind of on one end you roll it a little flat, and then it makes the shape of that like triangle. And it's a little soft still, so I don't know if you can really see it. Almost looks like an orange Tic Tac at an angle. And then for the mouth, I just used black fondant, and I cut a circle with this circle cutter. This is the good kind. This is the, I think it's the Atco 12-piece set, and it's the smallest one in the set. And you roll your fondant out, you cut a little circle, and then I didn't do it in half. To cut the straight line, I went up a little bit. So if this is half, I went up about this much and I cut it. And so that gives you your mouth. And then what you'll need to do in order to get everything together, you're going to have a cake pop already dipped. It can be any flavor, and you're just going to dip it in red. And I have some chocolate melting. Oh, I was going to have you hand this to me, Gracie Lou. Well, hold on to that for me. I have chocolate melting in my Wilton melting pot over here. So there's not much in it. It doesn't have to be a lot. And then I have my palette knife. This is, I think, from Chef Nicholas Lodge. That's who I learned from at school, so this is what came in one of our kits. Do you need something, Faith? Okay. So I just get a little bit on my palette knife, and I kind of go with where I just keep tapping. And I'm going to put this in the front. Wherever I want the face to be is where I'm going to start first, because you kind of want the face part to be roughed up, because you want it to look like fur. So when you run out of chocolate, I'm not even doing this in front of the screen. When you run out of chocolate, just dip your palette knife in there again, and just keep tapping it to make it start to look like fur. And you'll just kind of go all over with it, and then once you get it to where it's kind of starting to get gummy, it'll get more sticky, and it'll start to set. That's when you're going to start putting your face on. So I like to start with the eyes, and the eyes are somewhat fairly close together, and they're kind of positioned like right there. I don't know how else to explain it. And if there's not a wet spot left of chocolate, just kind of give it a little dip on your palette knife, and then you can add the other eye next to it. You want them fairly close together because the nose is just underneath it. Yeah, I'm putting the right one back. Okay. And then you're going to add your nose. So get a little bit of your chocolate on your palette knife or a paintbrush, whatever you're going to use. Something flat, a popsicle stick would work, I guess. And then you're just going to attach your nose, your fondant nose, just kind of underneath the eyes a little bit, like that. And you can make the nose as big as or small as you want. That's kind of your preference. I like it to be like a little bit bigger. If you guys didn't want to do these in fondant, as fondant work, you could buy the little eyeball things that Wilton makes. You could use large flat white circles and fill in the black that way. You could use an orange jelly bean for the nose instead. And if you cut a chocolate wafer in half, you could use that for the mouth. So I'm just going to apply the mouth underneath. Let's see if I can kind of show it. A little bit of wet chocolate. And my mouth. Oop, he's crooked. And you want it down just a little bit from the nose. And you're just going to add it on. Mine's not quite straight, so I'm going to move it over now while the chocolate hasn't quite set. You kind of got to work a little quick with it. So that's the face. And then if you want to mesh it up a little bit more around the face and make it look like they were sitting on it, you can. I keep doing this below the camera. Anyway, I like to just kind of mesh it up a little bit so it makes it look like it's around the mouth, like the hair's kind of more around the mouth. Just be careful you don't get any on it. If you do, wipe it off. That's what I just did. Have a little paper towel handy. And then you just kind of keep going around and get it the way you want it. And then just around the back you do the same thing. I kind of put a bigger glob on the back of the chocolate ball, and I just kind of, almost like you're icing it. And then I'll go back and do the patting of it back and forth so that I can get the hairy look. If you want it to be more hairy, you could probably drizzle it if you wanted to. I just like how this ends up looking, so this is what I did. So I think it ends up being pretty cute. Once that's all finished, you're going to dot the eyes. And to dot the eyes, you can use those Wilton markers, those edible markers that they have. Just like for the Hello Kitty face, you can use those. I'm just going to use my coloring again, my black food coloring, because I have that, and then I don't have to spend money on a different supply that I don't need that much. So what I did is I took the lid off of my color after I kind of shook the coloring towards the lid. So here's the lid. And then I took one of my Cake Pop sticks and I dipped the end of it into the ink or the food coloring, and I just kind of try to dot the eyes in the center, and there you go. Then you have your Elmo Cake Pop. I think it's pretty simple. If you don't like how the hair is looking and you think it needs to be, you know, furrier, then go ahead and add more chocolate and do another layer of the tapping if you want. Thanks, Faith. I'm getting chocolate on my shirt today. So, I think that's it. I think it's super cute and it's not too difficult. It is a little time consuming if you're going to make the fondant. Hopefully you just have some fondant left over, or you can go buy some from Wilton if you want to. But I think they're super cute. What do you girls think?
I think they're cute too.
You do? Can you say hi, everybody?
Hello.
Alright, well that's it for us. Hope you guys enjoy, and let me know if you would like to see the Angry Birds or the spool of thread or even the lips comment below and let me know which one you guys would like to see next. I am going to be busy this week because I have my the local TV show that I'm going to be on, and then I just did the bridal show, which went really well. We got a great spot. That was wonderful. But this coming month, I'm assuming I'll be pretty busy. I have 2 cake pop classes at the end of the month. One is through a local business, and then one I'm just doing on my own. And I have 2 people there or set up for that. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well, and happy baking. Bye.